do you want? And they're like, yeah, just get it. And you're like, yeah, sure. Nigga fine, nigga drinking, nigga smoking, nigga looking like, ooh, looking sexy as hell. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna enter. And at that time I was fearless. I'm in such a good mood today, y'all. I'm about to entertain you. I'm about to give you stories. I'm about to brag about myself. You know, all humility goes out the door today because I'm talking about myself and how awesome I am and how special I am and what a crazy weird character that I am. What's up, my people? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Welcome back to Rambles with me, with Jess. I hope y'all have been good. Today I want to talk about myself. So I'm gonna do a get to know me tag. You know, this get to know me tag is a trend. But now mine is not really a tag because like I don't have questions. You know what I do? I come on here and like I just talk. So I'm gonna tell you guys about myself, why it all started, how I became who I am. I'm gonna skip a lot of the details, but I'm gonna like take you through my life journey in its own way, in its short form, in summary. I've been raised by a single dad. And anyone who knows my dad is the G's of G's, y'all. My dad is a gangster. My dad is cool as fuck, chill as fuck. It didn't always start out like that, but at some point in my life, my dad, like, I don't know if he gave up or something, like he just became so chill. Like we started to have an understanding, and because it's just like two of us in the house, we like had to learn how to communicate. And it became so easy. Like when I went to uni, my mind was already so set on who I was at the time. Like I was not really rebellious because like no one was telling me not to do these things. Like there was no pressure on me to be a certain type of way like other people get from their parents. Like so I just became who I was. Like my personality came from me and whatever I consumed when I was younger. And even that is crazy because it wasn't sheltered. Like I could watch whatever I wanted. Like, you know, it's crazy. So I kind of gained my morals and my ethics as I grew up. You know, it wasn't like pressure down on me. So I've had so much freedom in being who I am, which is something, you know, it's privilege. It's privilege. So when I went to uni, I knew exactly what I wanted. I knew I wanted to be wild. I wanted to be in the streets. I wanted to meet different people. I wanted to do drugs. I wanted to be like that girl. I wanted to be, you know, having a good time, you know, having a good time. And luckily, because my personality exudes greatness, I actually ran into very good people who are also down for the same, you know. I had my 3 friends and we were like down for anything at whatever time. Like we were those people and I was that bitch. Like you could call me like as long as I'm not taking too much energy. And like people who used to come for me where I'm at, or they'd call me an Uber, like yeah. I was literally down for anything. And that was how I lived my life in uni. And it was so crazy because there were days where we'd be drinking for 4 days straight, and because we're in uni, we have no money, we're living in hostels, we're buying the worst liquor, like the one that literally destroys your liver, and you're like downing shots. Like what the hell were we on back then? I don't understand how I did it. I don't understand what was going on, but I was finding myself in the most creative way. And then there was a point in time where, of course, everyone goes through this phase. People get depressed, you get sad, you get like existential crisis. You're like, what am I doing here? What's my value in this world? You know, all that. So I went through that shit at some point. And it was crazy because it took me down a rabbit hole of like spirituality and like gaining control of your mind and like meditating, giving like positive energy, like feeding yourself positive energy. Like, and that's how I like healed, kind of like I started to learn how to self-love and like take care of myself and like love myself, etc. But I remember there was a point in time where I was like so spiritual. I used to watch a guy who used to like talk about, you know, like becoming your higher self, listening to the frequencies that you need in your life. Like your brain was such, you know, I don't know if you get it, I don't know if I'm making sense, but like those people who get it. So like it was talking about, you know, the dimensions, the synchronicity of life, the 666. Like I went through all that, where I was like reading Greek mythology. Like it was wild, y'all. I don't know where I was at back then, but I went through it, and that is what like solidified my healing. Like it solidified it so good because now I knew exactly what I wanted. Kinda, you know, you don't really know the path you're gonna go on, but you know like where you're heading, right? You know what type of person you want to become. And now, y'all, I feel like I've elevated. Like, you know, this elevation in life where you like become a better person than you are. That's the phase of life where I'm at. I'm elevating, and it's crazy because if you really think about it, like me now versus me then is crazy. Like me then was wild and she was like that bitch and she was hot as fuck and she was living the best life, kinda. She was on OnlyFans, yo. Like, who took me down that road, yo? Even though it made me a bag and like I had a really good time, yo. Like I was just, you know, crazy. But now I've elevated. And elevating doesn't get rid of the delusion. That's what I realized. I thought like I'd elevate and reality would like sink in. And once in a while it does, and it reminds me like, wow, this is life and this is what you're doing and this is what you need to do. But sometimes I'm so delusional that I think I'm gonna be something so crazy. Like whenever I have dreams and whenever I'm like forecasting or manifesting what I want, it's always so above like my level in my head. But I'm like, why can't I do it? Because you're like that bitch. Like you can do whatever you want, you just need to take it one step at a time. And I don't know if you call that delusion, but you know it's delusional because like my dreams sometimes are like so crazy. My taste is so specific. Like I have such specific taste in everything, in food, in clothes, in like style, in men, in like music, in movies. Like I always get so embarrassed when people like, see you play for me your songs. I'm like, no. Like I'm somebody who easily vibes with everyone. Like your music, your movies, like if you want us to listen to what you like, if you want us to watch what you like, I'll be down. I'll be like, yeah, let's go watch. Because I'm kind of there for the company. Because me personally, I like such specific things. And that is my delusion. Because now I'll be out here thinking I'm going to end up with, you know, some pop idol, and like I'm gonna live like on an island. And like I remember in uni I was saying like, shit goes to shit, y'all, I'm gonna save up money, move to an island and sell pots and smoke some weed by the beach. Like that's like my plan C, and it still kind of is. When everything goes to shit, y'all, I'm gonna save up money and go to like, I don't know, like Bali. You know me, I don't mind like going to Bali and like being a waitress at some beach, you know, sipping cocktails, and then like I go make pots on the side. It doesn't seem like a bad life in my opinion. You just need to save a little money. But that's my plan C. My plan A though is like to be greatness. Like my plan A is to be iconic. My plan A is for like, it doesn't even have to be in front of like the whole world, but just to me. Like I want to be iconic to myself, by the shit I'm doing and the money I'm making and the people I'm meeting is just iconic, you know. I discussed my taste in men just a little. When I was in uni, I wanted the bad ones, you know, the bad ones, the bad boys. I wanted to be like in the streets, I wanted to be wild and no lie. And I knew those bad boys were still about that vibe. So like the guys would like put up in their cars, they're smoking cigarettes, they're like drinking what, and they're like, yeah, just get it. And you're like, yeah, sure. Nigga fine, nigga drinking, nigga smoking, nigga looking like, ooh, looking sexy as hell. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna enter. And at that time I was fearless, and now I'm scared. Now I've grown up. Now I've realized like you can literally be dragged, bro. So now I'm chilling. Now I want elegance, like I'm elevated, but not really too much elegance as well. Cause you know, if you haven't noticed, I'm not that type of bitch. I'm like the type of bitch who just like sits at home and smokes weed, goes to work, and like does RAMBLESWITHJESS. Like I'm so easy. Have I talked about myself enough? I can go on forever and ever and ever and ever, like how much I'm in love with my body. Like I'm not ashamed of who I am and what I like. I'm insecure about some shit, but it doesn't stop me because I'm literally trying to be iconic. And when you want to be iconic, you have to be fearless, and I'm working on that. Like I'm not really fearless yet. If I was, I'd be doing so much more, y'all. But I feel like I need to grow into it, like grow into the bravery and the courage of being open on such a platform. It's crazy. Like those people who share their whole lives, I respect it. People go around like with cameras and they're vlogging. I'm like, wow, I wish I could do that shit, but like, can I really? Like, wow, in front of people, I'd faint, I'd collapse. This is why I do it in the comfort of my own home. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys soon. I hope you guys have a wonderful time. Take care of yourselves. I'll be back soon. Bye.